Hey everyone, Aptoide here for another video on Fist Out CCG Duel. Today, I want to show you the cards I am using on my deck. They are working well at the moment in PvP, in PvE as well. I don't know versus bosses though, but I want to try that in this video, so we are going to see everything in detail. But right before getting into the content, I have to talk about Aptoide for the people who want to spend in-game, because you are going to save a lot of money if you are using that game store. Aptoide is the equivalent of the Play Store and the App Store, but they are taking less fees at the end and they are giving you some cash back every time you purchase something in-game. For example, if I want to buy the biggest pack, just to give you an idea, I need to spend 88 euros if I want to buy that pack. I will get 18 euros in cashback that I can reuse to buy another pack for free. Everything you have to do is to download the game through the link I have in the description of all my videos, to get it through Aptoide Store, and then on Aptoide Store, download the Aptoide wallet. And as you can see here, this is the money I currently have on my Aptoide wallet, so I can use that to buy a pack without spending more. And if you are going to rewards on your Aptoide wallet, promo code, and if you type the code PRIMEOUT, you are gonna get even more cash back. And that's a way to support my channel, so thank you so much to everyone who is using my promo code. But remember that this is just a game after all, so you are not forced to spend, and if you want to progress a lot in the campaign and stuff like that, the game is very generous with the card summons and hero summons and stuff like that. At least at the beginning, you get a lot of things, so you are not forced to spend if you want to enjoy a lot the game. Alright guys, so I am back and now let's talk about my deck. So as you can see, this is the hero I am using, so I can use some cards from the sword and the evil. And let's see every single card I have in my deck. So this one costs only 2 of mana, and look at that. This is level 5, that's a blue card, so very easy to upgrade. And it is a 4/4 card with armor 2, which means that every time I'm taking an attack, I'm gonna lower by 2 the damage coming on my hero, and then the rest of the damage are going on the life of the hero. So this is a very amazing unit. The fortification here is another amazing defensive unit. That's a 0/10 when it's level 5 and it costs only 2 mana to use that. And every turn it's getting +0/+3. It can't attack the target, but it can defend a lot for only 2 of mana. That is an amazing card to use. And by the way, you are not forced to use only one card in your deck. You can use multiple copies of the same card. So if you want multiple times this one, you can do that. If you want multiple times this one, you can do that as well. Then I have that unit from the sword. It costs only 2 mana, and that's a 4/6 unit with a rejuvenation. And this is an amazing card because the rejuvenation, every time you are attacking the enemy, you are healing your hero based on the damage you inflicted. So this is very strong. Just if you have multiple times that card in your deck, you can attack multiple times the hero in front and you will heal a lot. And it has Insight 1, which means that you can check one of the cards the hero in front has in hand. Then I have 2 copies of that card here, so every time I'm summoning that card, it's healing my hero by 3 HP. This is not a lot, but the hero costs only 2 of mana. It has a pretty decent stats, and it has plus a 50% chance to recover 3 HP on my hero every time at the end of the turn. And I have 2 on my deck, so it works very well. Very easy to deploy these units early, and it helps a lot. Then I'm using that legendary card, and it's one of my favorite one. It costs only 2 of mana, that's a 3/3 unit. It has Insight, so you can check one card in the opponent's hand. You can have a +1/+2 on all your heroes pre-strike. It means right before attacking the heroes in front, right before taking the turn with that unit here. So if you want it to work, you need to put that hero before the others, so it's gonna take her turn before the other cards, and then all your heroes will get the +1/+2 before taking action. And you can get multiple duplicates of that card in campaign by completing some hard stages. Then I am using the Temple Knight, 3 mana cost, 3/8, and a rejuvenation synergy 2. Synergy 2, basically when you have adjacent allies, it gives to that card +2 +0 for every single ally around that card. It works so well, and one more time it can heal when you deal damage to the enemy. This one is one of my favorites as well, because it's only a 0/9 card, but the mana cost is only 2, and at the end of the turn you have 50% chance to recover hero HP equal to own defense. So one more time, very easy to place that card and you have a lot of heals and a great defense. Then I'm using that purple unit. It costs only 3 of mana. That's a 3/6 unit when it's level 5, and at the start of the turn it's gonna buff a random ally, giving them a +1/+2, and all my other heroes are gonna get +0/+1. It helps a lot if you need to survive when you have a lot of enemies in front. And getting that card early, if you have another card to defend in front, such as the Ko here for example, or that tower here, then you just need to place that card behind and you are gonna survive and buff your other heroes. It works very well. Then I have that card that's a 4/6 for only 2 of mana cost. It has Insight, so I can check one card in the enemy's hands. Hit hero, every time I hit directly the hero with that card, it summons a 2/1 security guard in my side. I'm not a big fan of that because sometimes it polluates more than it helps you. Because if you hit most of the time the enemy, or if you summon other allies with other cards, then you have many allies on your side with the terrible stats. I'm not a big fan of that, but the stats are pretty nice, and for now I don't have better, so I am using that card. The next one is a pretty good tank for 3 mana cost only. This one is level 6. It has a 6/4 and armor 3. So basically, if you have 3 enemies in the same row in front, and you can basically nullify 3 damage coming from the 3 heroes in front. So basically, you can tank 6 damage coming from one enemy, and if the 2 others in the same line have not more than 3 of attack, then that hero is gonna survive. That is another amazing card. Then this one is a pretty amazing one too, because it requires only 1 of mana. It's level 3 only, and it deals a 5 damage to the target block. So it's a single target attack, but for 1 mana cost only. If you want to just kill one enemy and summon another guy during the same turn early, then you can just do that. That one is another amazing card. 3 mana cost, and you put a +3/+4 on the ally of your choice, and you give that ally armor 3 for the entire fight. It can change the battle. Amazing card as well. But these are not my favorite units, right? You have this one this is a very strong one. It has armor 7. It's pretty weak because if the opponent is using a skill directly on your character, then you have only 2 of health. It's gonna die. The armor works only in battle when you're facing another unit attacking you. But there is another example. If you have an enemy in front, not on the same line, that has some press strike damage on a random enemy, he's gonna target that unit, for example. You are not gonna proc the armor. It works only when that unit is in battle versus another unit in the same line during the attack phase, alright? But for 3 mana cost only, 4/2 with armor 7, it can handle a lot of situation in fight. Basically, put that unit in one tile, and 3 units enemies in front, same line, that guy is gonna tank all the damage coming from them with only 3 of mana. So that is an amazing unit and one of my favorite. Then you have some units that help you so much you can't imagine. This one, for example, is probably my favorite card. I need to work on having some duplicates. It costs only 3 of mana. It has insane stats. 4/7 for 3 mana, it's level 6, it has very good things. Turn start, shoot an enemy hero. Turn start means when you enter the battle phase for every side, then this guy is gonna shoot directly at the enemy without the need to attack enemies on the tiles. And it deals directly 4 damage to the enemy, and if you have other heroes adjacent to that guy, then it's gonna be buffed +1/+0 for every hero adjacent to this one. Amazing hero. I don't have any other word. That's definitely my favorite one. I need multiple copies, and imagine if I summon multiple during the same turn, I am just gonna deal so much damage to enemies in front. Another pretty good legendary unit, but it costs a lot of mana. That's a 4/5. Rejuvenation, hexproof, and armor 2. So it's a kind of tank. It can heal your heroes, and hexproof works so well. Basically, it's immune to the skills dealing some damage on that card, and most of the effects. So yeah, this is a very good card. It can survive a lot, and generally you don't want to cast that card early in battle, but you want to put that card behind a tank so you can handle the fights and you can heal every time you hit the hero in front. Then I have a lot of spells in my deck, like this one: shoot enemies in the target row for 5 damage. 5 damage on everyone in the same row for only 2 of mana. And like, it's only level 2, so I can upgrade that and it will become even better. That's an amazing spell. This one is another great one. 2 mana cost only. That's a legendary card. It's only level 1. When you cast that, the opponent will discard a card. And if the opponent has no card in hand, you can summon a 2/5 Pain Watcher level 1. And this is super strong, basically, because I have some cards allowing me to make the opponent discard some, and when he has no card, keep that card in hand and cast it at the right time. It's gonna help a lot. I have another time this one: 5 damage on the target row. I got 2 times that card in my deck. Then I'm using that hero to buff my other heroes. All other heroes are getting +2/+2. But it costs 5 of mana, so I am not a big fan of that card, but it works pretty well as well. Then I'm using this one for 3 mana cost. You can deal 25 damage to the target enemy in front. Can handle a big situation when you have a lot of tanks in front. In PvE or PvE, that card is an amazing one. That card deals crazy damage as well. It's level 6 at the moment, 21 damage to all enemies in the target row. It can save your ass in many situations. It's level 6 at the moment, but it costs a lot of mana, so you want to keep that card in hand just in case you need to kill an entire enemy line in front. Pretty good tank here for 5 mana cost. That's a 7/7. It has armor 4 and synergy 3. Plus the 3/0 for every adjacent ally. This is an amazing card that I want to deploy middle in game. Then I have a couple legendaries from the Evil. This one is a 5/12 unit. It costs 5 of mana. That's a level 2 only, but every turn it absorbs 7 HP from the enemy hero. But when it dies, you give 7 HP from your hero to the opponent. It can be a good unit, but you need to be careful how you place that card if you don't want to return the HP to the opponent. Then I got this one. That's a 4/7 unit with synergy 3. Armor 1 only. It could be better, but it has trample, so my overflow damage are gonna deal damage to the other enemies in the same row. It has rock, so it is immune to hand return, kill, and manipulation. Not the best card I have in my deck at the moment. Maybe I will think of replacing this legendary, this one, because they cost a lot for what they do, but whatever. So I have this one. It costs 8, but it's a 10/23 level 2. At the start of the turn, pre-strike and turn end, so 3 times during a turn, it will shoot at a random enemy, dealing 3 damage. Otherwise, enemy hero in front is gonna take 3 damage instead. Very good unit. I need to get multiple duplicates of this one to upgrade its level. I have a Lilith here, another great unit. For 6 of mana, it has 8/6. Because it's level 2 only, but it has a first strike. So if you have an enemy in front, you are gonna have the priority, deal the damage without taking any. Alright? And at the start of the turn, if you have no cards in hand, you kill a random enemy and you take a -2 HP on your hero. But if you deploy that card at the right time during the battle, it's gonna help a lot. I have this one to help me tank. It has a synergy 8/0 +8/0. It can't deal damage, but once you have some allies around, you are gonna have insane attack on that card. It costs a lot, but it has also rock, a trample, suspend, so it can't attack, synergy 8. This is just an amazing card that you can deploy late in battle, but if you have that card in hand, it can save your ass. Then, my favorite combo ever, the 2 last cards in the deck. You have this one, it's a level 6, you are gonna summon 3 heroes in your side. I think if I remember they are 2/1 units, and you have 25% chance to summon 1 and more. So basically, it costs only 3 mana and it summons the 3 allies in your side. Very efficient. And if you, on the next turn or in the same turn, if you have the mana, you cast that card, you are buffing all your heroes in the battlefield +3/+3. Imagine if I had multiple copies of these cards. Basically, in one turn, you can have a very amazing army. It can change the battle very efficiently. It is super efficient. Alright guys, I talked a lot, so now it's time to go in battle and see how does it work. So basically, I'm gonna go in the championship here. Yeah, I'm calling that the championship. This is the ladder match. You can get a lot of summons here, and talking about that in my future videos, I am gonna summon a lot of heroes. I'm saving a lot of these. I have them during my battles and content. I have a lot to summon, and I want to try my luck, see if I can have legendary heroes. Alright, but for now, it's time to try my deck. So let's search for an opponent and let's see how does it work. So basically, generally, I'm doing the fights in manual when I'm in PvP here. Sometimes in PvE, I am running the fights in auto. And yeah, sometimes for hard fights, I'm doing that in manual because the AI sometimes sucks. You can do better things. For example, if I show you, it's gonna make me discard that card. Yeah, this one is a pretty good idea, but I don't want to start with these ones. I want to have a better decks. You know what? I'm gonna save this one. Just gonna discard the big card. I have this one to start the fight with. I don't know if I'm gonna summon it first. That's a 3/3 unit. You know what? I'm gonna try. Generally, I want to put it in the front line here, so it's gonna start directly. And I did a mistake. That guy is gonna kill my card directly. That was a very, very bad move. Alright, and he reduced my mana by 1. That is interesting. So basically, I'm just gonna sacrifice that card, put that unit here, so normally it should be able to handle the fight. It has 7 armor, so I'm not gonna die, and he's dying. Look at that. That card, I told you. This is an amazing card. So now I want to defend in the middle, so I'm gonna put that card here. I can start dealing some damage to him. That card survived. That is amazing, guys. And I want to summon that one here. I don't think that he's gonna summon some heroes at the bottom, so I can heal every time I hit the target. Oh, and he summoned someone here, but I have some armor, so I am gonna handle that. Alright, guys. And I got that amazing card here. So I'm gonna buff all my heroes. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that right now. Or should I? Or do something else? If I'm not doing that, I'm gonna lose my card here, so let's do that. He's getting some more enemies in the middle line, it's okay. I will deal some damage to them, and I'm gonna kill them on the next turn. Alright, so let's use that here. They are all gonna die. I think I'm gonna discard that card and put that right here. At the top. He summoned the 2 heroes, that's great. I'm gonna kill all the heroes in one turn. Oh, he had some extra effects. That's okay, look at that. Now I have that, I'm gonna summon 3 to 4 heroes. Okay, I got only 3, and he killed one of my units directly. And now I can buff that guy. This is gonna be even better. Should I? No, I think I'm gonna buff that guy just in case. He's gonna summon someone that was sure. I don't have trample, so I can't deal damage behind. But that guy is gonna handle that, start dealing some more damage. I'm gonna summon this one here. And now my goal is to deal more damage to him. I healed a bit. But he's dead. And I won the fight, so basically this is how my deck is working. Let's do one more time another fight. I have one more energy to spend here. Let's see how it works when I have different cards to start the battle. Alright, so I found an opponent. Let's check my hands. I'm gonna discard this one and this one. This is too early, I won't be able to use them. Let's see, I was able to get that tank here. I'm gonna put the tank in the top line. A 4/1 unit in front. That's okay, I can handle that. I'm healing as well. I got that card again. I'm gonna summon that hero behind, so I'm gonna start buffing my guys. So now my tower is a 112, so I can handle the fights. Okay, just a little issue here. It's okay. So I can deal 5 damage to the target block, so I am gonna do that right here, so I can start dealing some damage to them. And I'm gonna keep that for now, I suppose. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, he summoned a 310 unit. I don't know these cards he's playing at the moment, so now I'm just gonna summon the Ko here. And think I'm gonna maybe discard that card. No, I want to keep that for later. I can deal 5 damage to a unit, so I'm gonna deal that to that guy here. That's the first time I see these units in front, so I don't know exactly how they work. But I still have my tower, and it's healing every turn, so it helps me a lot. So I'm gonna buff my Co here. It's gonna get armored. This will be even better, guys. A mammoth at the bottom. But soon I will have my beat car here, so I can handle taking some damage. That's okay, I can heal thanks to the Co. That's an amazing unit, guys. Alright, so let's summon that unit. Think I'm gonna put that unit right here at the top. He summoned nothing, so I can start healing with that card and the Co here. And I'm getting more buffs as well, so now I have a pretty good thing to handle that fight. It should be very easy to win now. So I have my big card here. I think I'm gonna put that card right there. Yeah, he's trying to attack at the bottom, but it's okay. I can handle the fights, I can heal. My big card is still alive. And now it's time to buff my heroes. Look at that, all the damage that card is inflicting to enemies. This is very strong. So I have enough to cast that card here to buff my heroes, and I can buff all my guys. So I will heal even more during that turn, thanks to that card here. Look at all the buffs I have on all my guys. Oh, wasn't able to attack the hero directly, so I won't heal that turn. It's alright. It's alright. So I can summon that card to absorb some HP from the enemy. So I'm just gonna put that card at the top, I suppose. Or should I cast this one? I think I'm gonna put that one here. Yeah, he wants to block me at the top. So this is his strategy at the moment. And he's dead already. Amazing fight. So let's try to do another one. I can't refill here, so I'm gonna go in another content just to see how it works in PvE. So I need to go in a campaign. I have pretty hard stages if I remember. So let's do that fight here. There are very hard fights in it, and I need to upgrade my characters before being able to handle these fights, but yeah. So here, maybe it's gonna work. So I'm just gonna deploy that unit here at the bottom so I can start healing every time I hit the target. Let's go. So I start getting some heals. So now I'm gonna use that card, so he's gonna be forced to discard one. Let's do that, and I'm gonna get that card again in my deck. Just because he had some cards left. Now, I want to use that skill. I'm gonna kill that guy. I'm gonna make him discard another card as well. Yeah, and I forgot something. That hero here, when he hits a hero directly, it deals damage to my cards at random, so should have been careful about that. So let's continue using that card here. I'm gonna summon a tank in the middle. He had no card left, so it summoned another hero. And it's getting some buffs now. +2, +3 at the end of the turn when the hero in front doesn't have any card in hand. So that's a very strong unit here. Alright, so now I think I'm gonna deploy that unit here, or maybe not. No, I'm not gonna do that because I can't. When you deploy a card in the same turn, you can't put any buff on that unit. So I'm just gonna deploy that card here, and I'm gonna put this one behind. So I can handle the attack coming from that guy here, and I'm not gonna take any other attack. So now it's time to summon some more units, so I'm gonna put that unit here, I'm gonna put this one there, so I'm buffing my heroes, getting more stats, and normally the fight should be way easier now. And look at the stats my unit is getting here. And I can put some more stats as well. So he's gonna become even stronger. I can deploy that unit here. Look at the stats on that guy. Imagine if I was facing a boss, that would be very, very efficient. So yeah, guys, that's basically the deck I'm using at the moment. So let me know what you think about that in the comment below. Let me know what cards you are using at the moment as well. I'm curious to know. I'm just starting the game, so I don't know everything in detail. I need to continue working on that. But so far, I am enjoying it so much. Whatever, have a really nice day. Take care, guys. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.